This is a piece of writing I did for something else, but I discovered it recently and realized that it sort of sums up everything that's covered in my book in a very concise and succinct way. So it'll sort of give you an overview of the type of life I've led for 30 years. I had a tendency to be drawn to an astonishing assortment of New Age approaches, self-help cures, and miracle workers from the Far East. I had personally met all the spiritual gurus of our times at their ashrams and zendos, in silent retreats, in monasteries, at intensive weekend seminars, weekly satsangs, private meetings, and darshans. I had likewise gone the Western route, in therapy with a half a dozen people from the primal, bioenergetic, Gestalt, cognitive, behavioral, and rational emotive schools. I meditated, visualized, affirmed, chanted, prayed, embodied, released, let go, surrendered, served, assisted, did karma yoga and seva, journaled, wrote down my dreams, got my numerology done and my natal chart and my astrocartography. Who doesn't know what astrocartography is? Yeah, I like when people don't know because then I can tell the story. Astrocartography is when they take your astrological chart and they superimpose it on a map of the world, and then it shows your power lines and where they occur on the planet. So in my case, my heart line, love life line went through Honolulu, which was kind of nice. I figured I'd be happy to meet someone in Honolulu. But my career line, which has long been a source of difficulty for me, figuring out exactly who I am in the world and what to do, and this revealed why. My career line, my career will flourish on the island of Pongo Pongo. And I have yet to go there, but I assume that when I do, success in a bigger way will kick in for me. I had my aura cleansed and my polarities balanced. I got rid of our microwave because a psychic told me it was making my chakras spin counterclockwise. Just got it out of the house. I had shiatsu sessions, acupressure, Heller work, Alexander technique, Traeger, deep tissue, Rolfing, cranial sacral, foot reflexology, and Lomi massage. I drank noni juice, spirulina shakes, and coconut oil cocktails. I had coffee enemas, decaf colonics, and acidophilus milkshakes. I slept on magnetic mattress pads while wiring my head with electrodes that send electrical current to the brain, which is supposed to help with depression. And in fact, Eric Clapton claimed it helped him get over his grief when his child died. So while I had these things wired to my brain, I also had headphones on listening to holosync tapes, which were designed to kind of balance my right and left brain on my brain waves. And so I did that for a while until I got married and she couldn't handle all the paraphernalia in bed. I got into affirmations for a while and repeated every day over and over again. I am a loving and capable person and my thoughts are meaningless. And then the next one, which I got from Leonard Orr, founder of Rebirthing, he was actually selling this next line for $50. You had to pay $50 to attend the seminar where he gave you this affirmation, and I'm actually now spreading the wealth. It was, my personal connection to infinite intelligence is sufficient to provide me with a huge personal fortune. And then finally, my favorite, back in my single days, from my single days, was, beautiful, sexy women now want to sleep with me all the time. Been on wilderness expeditions, in sweat lodges, praying to the four directions, had solo psychedelic vision quests in the desert under the full moonlight. A feng shui expert came to our house and told us to paint everything salmon. A pet psychic came to the house and told us to re-spay our cat. And the sad part of that is we did. I took intensive weekend courses called Direct Centering, The Power of Acknowledgement, The Joy of Self-Expression, Creating Your Personal Reality, Conscious Love, The Mastery Seminar, The Courage to Lead, EST, Actualizations, The Communications Course, Awakening the Heart, Quieting the Mind, Celebrating the Soul, Getting Out of Your Head, Getting Into Your Head, On Having No Head, which is a real book by that title by Douglas Harding, and it was his workshop. I took an enlightenment intensive in which I literally sat opposite a partner from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. 4 days in a row with short 1-hour meal breaks, responding over and over again to a single question, who are you? Until the entire room became raving lunatics. After trying to wake up for so many years, I took a workshop with a guru who specialized in waking down. But I wasn't much better at waking down than I had been at waking up. I took 2 long pilgrimages to India and Nepal and Thailand, staying at ashrams and monasteries with Tibetan lamas and Hindu sadhus, meditated on the burning bodies in Benares, held up at gunpoint in the forests of India, to Brazil to take ayahuasca and throw up in the jungles every 3 nights for 3 weeks. I went to Israel to climb up and sleep alone at the top of Mount Sinai, talking with God all night, although what I found is that the Jewish God apparently is a very good listener, but not big on the dialogue. So it was kind of a one-way monologue, like a therapist, but without that little bit of, well, go with that. You know, not a lot back, but it was a good outpouring. I did a 10-day silent Zen retreat on the grounds of Auschwitz. That was very powerful. Endless silent Buddhist Vipassana meditation retreats. I met Satchidananda, Krishnananda, Kriyananda, but not the Kriyananda that's connected to this one. Muktananda. In fact, I met the whole Ananda family. I sat before Sai Baba, Adida, Samraj, the Dalai Lama, Adyashanti, Punjaji, Amachi, Bhagwan, Nomi, Siddhima, Gurumai. I knew how to praise the one God in Sanskrit, Hebrew, Arabic, Latin, and Pali. I had my energy body overhauled, went to channel readings, psychics and tarot card people, Sufi dancing and Eucharist, kirtan, bhajans, neo-Orthodox modern Jewish Dabanology classes. I said namaste to the Hindus, salam alaikum to the Muslims, and I signed my letters to the Buddhists in metta, which means with loving kindness.